Trends in journalism and media propaganda paint a very disturbing future. Hello, this is ChartGPT. Today, I'm going to take a look at the trends in journalism. It's quite interesting to look at this from time to time. Here's first some general charts. America's confidence in newspapers and televisions at an all-time low. You can see that down 11%. That's very low for TV, and newspapers not that far behind. Here's a kind of confidence in parties, Republican, Democrat, Independent. Both independents and Republicans think that newspapers are heavily biased. Look, probably targeting New York Times, Washington Post. And even in the television news, the Democrats are not that happy. So everybody's, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, less so with the Democrat left wing than the right wing. It is very disturbing in terms of the trends in journalism. Of course, they're all fighting from their own positions. In any case, here's another one that kind of just caught my eye, and this is the number of retractions in scientific, supposedly fact-based reporting, and they're off the charts. The retractions, people are putting out bogus reports to prove this, that, or the other, which is very disturbing. You've probably seen charts similar to this, but this is the party affiliations. 36% of journalists are Democrats, only 3.4% are Republican. You can see that trend has been going that way since the 1970s. A lot of people are trying to hide in this independent category. It's grown to the largest ever, but that's because journalists are trying to appear to be non-biased, but in fact they are actually biased quite a bit, and they're trying to hide in there, so it's probably it's a lack of honesty there. And of course, here's the party affiliation defines the news source. Fox is the only Republican, and so it's big, but that's, on the other hand, there's not many of them. There's a few upstarts coming along, but the rest of them are pretty much all a left-wing Democrat. Even some of the main ABC, CBS, NBC, they claim to be equal, but that's a bit of a bias on statistics, I think. Anyway, it is what it is. Getting into some of the whys, U.S. adults with less trust in news are more likely to say journalists should always strive to cover all sides. Of course, there's this big push. They don't want to platform ideas. This idea of inclusiveness extends to race, gender, but it doesn't include ideology. So it's a very bizarre world. What does inclusivity mean? It certainly doesn't mean inclusivity on ideas. Journalists view misinformation as a very big problem, are more likely to say that not every side deserves equal news coverage. So basically what it's saying is that journalists want to sit in their ivory towers and tell us what we should know and not know. To get into this is a very concerning chart here. The older you are, the more concerned you are about future of press freedom. And the young here, down to 20, almost half, 65 and older. So the youth don't care about press freedom. They're perfectly fine to live in their bubbles, I guess. That's a point there. And of course, this is kind of was driven by what they've seen in universities. The faculty is 49% left-leaning and 9% right-leaning, so they're getting a very skewed view. So it's no wonder that they have those views when it comes to freedom of press. This is an interesting thing. Of course, recently, in the last, say, 5-10 years, social media has been the name of the game. Journalism, PR, communications folks have declined. Journalism has declined. But social media is where all the game is. You can see here on the right here, newspaper publishers are laying off, even websites. A few of them have left. But the content creators on the social media side is where it's all been rising. An interesting point here is that in the last year, since Elon Musk has bought Twitter, which he's converted to X, the Democrats have been under, and left-wing folks have been trying to put Elon Musk under the gun here. Of course, they've denied it, and basically starting to investigate in many of his other businesses and trying to basically remove him from the X platform, because he turned it from a left-wing haven into, some people would say a centrist, other people would say it's starting to be right-wing, and so a lot of people are leaving it. And you see this in the numbers here. These are the organizations that tweet more, and these are the organizations that tweet less. So the media community, which is largely left-wing, is basically trying to get rid of Elon Musk. Which brings us to the point, is the latest Twitter files showed that CIA and FBI have spent years meddling in content moderation, which was a lot of people complaining about Twitter at that time. And it harkens back to the CIA's Operation Mockingbird. I'm sure many of you know what Mockingbird was. That's the embedding of back in the, I think, the Church Commission. So this is the disturbing trend. We're getting more into the singularity of news media, where it's all going to be left-wing news media. And if it was all right-wing media, let's be honest, that wouldn't be good either. There needs to be some balance in this reporting, otherwise the future is very disturbing. So is it journalism or propaganda? In any case, take a look at the AI and see what it says about media bias in journalism, and take our online poll. Will the left wing finally get rid of Elon Musk and get him off the X platform and get it more back into the hands of the left wing folks, or not? In any case, to take those polls and look at the AI and references, follow the post link in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe.